In late February this year, I stayed at a business hotel in Tokyo because of a business trip. The next morning, in the restaurant on the first floor of the hotel with colleagues, at breakfast, saw a police car parked outside the door of the hotel. The police kept coming. When I was about to say what happened, the number of police cars is increasing. Even the fire brigade came. I told my colleagues that I would go out and take a look. Then he walked to the road outside the hotel. I didn't see it from the dining room window. There are already a lot of fire engines and patrol car, etc. Many passers-by stopped. Look up the upper floors of the hotel. I also looked up with everyone. Saw a man hanging with his hands, hanging above the top floor of the hotel. Just grab the edge of the penthouse wall with both hands. Bar, kick the outside wall with your feet. Maybe trying to get up. Keep writhing. By the way, the hotel is over a dozen stories high. After staring at it because of surprise, I suddenly thought that if this goes on, you may see something you shouldn't. So I went back to the restaurant. After returning to my seat, my colleague asked me, "What's up?" I only answer, "Someone is hanging from the penthouse wall." At the same time, he showed a surprised expression after hearing it. But there is no action to watch outside. So we didn't say much. Continued to eat breakfast. After about 5 minutes, I was about to say that I should have been rescued, because no sound was heard either. Suddenly there was bang, with a loud noise. I involuntarily looked at each other with my colleagues. "Don't make it through," colleagues whispered. I just nodded. So the two continued to eat breakfast. After a while, the police are on the dining room window. It was covered in blue plastic. However, due to the large windows, the plastic sheet cannot be completely covered. You can see through the seams. I was sitting by the window, but I try to act as if I don't care, drinking coffee. Not long after, I saw healthcare workers with stretchers pass me. I don't think I want to see it, but the natural eye was still drawn. People see things that move. The first time I seemed to look at it involuntarily. Yes, on the stretcher, although covered with a white cloth, but you can still see the human form. Even the face is covered, so it should be reborn, although only a short moment has passed. But the white cloth is clearly left on my eyelids. General, I don't feel very good. The business trip ended in 2 days. Returned to the company, because it just happened to be the weekend. I didn't officially start work until Monday, but the colleague who was on a business trip asked for leave. It is said to be unwell. My female colleague at the same time. Just kidding me. Did she catch something in Tokyo? How about you? Are you alright? But when he was on a business trip, it doesn't look unhealthy. So I think it's incredible. After the work is over, I want to say to see the status of that colleague. I stopped by the apartment where my colleague lived. After taking the elevator to the 7th floor, rang a colleague's doorbell. The colleague who opened the door looked unusually tired, and deep dark circles under the eyes. "How are you? Did you eat well? I greet you like this." At the same time smiled and replied, because there is no way to go outside, so I can only eat the instant noodles I bought before. Is your physical condition that bad? Then I'll buy it for you. What would you like to eat? My colleague replied to me, with 4 crying and 4 laughing expressions. Obviously the mental state is not very good. I can't get out at all. Whether it's an elevator or a staircase, that guy is there. Who is that guy? Is it a debt collection agency or something? Not in that kind of thing. Why me? Why is that? My colleague started crying. I want to say that this goes on forever. Anyway, I want to pull my colleagues out for a meal first, but my colleague excitedly refused to go out. The refrigerator is almost empty, not even prepared ingredients. I really can't help it. I told my colleagues that I was going out to buy something. I went out of my colleague's house. Well, I want to say that I should notify the family of my colleagues. Still good for the company. What about the current status of the colleague? While waiting for the elevator from the bottom up passed in front of me. The elevator door is partially transparent glass, so you can see inside. The moment the elevator passes by, I see people inside. Is love like a child? The elevator just stopped on the top floor. Can't come down. After waiting for 5 minutes, it still didn't come down. A little annoyed, I decided it was time to take the stairs. Although it is on the 7th floor, but going downstairs is less tiring. As soon as you open the stairwell door, maybe very few people use it. The air feels a little stuffy, also some dust. After walking downstairs for a while, I heard someone coming up from below. Does anyone still use the stairs? A little surprised. Continue down the stairs. Bumped into something coming up from downstairs. The one with the height of a child. But the face is the face of a middle-aged woman. It's a very popular face, but the location is different. It's further down than it should be, about in the stomach. Feeling can be said. It's like pushing the projection down with a lot of force. Arm raised slightly. Every step I take is wobbly. I'm fascinated by this eerie sight. I gasped in fright. I can't even scream. My feet wouldn't budge. It's like having a nightmare. The woman slowly passed me stiffly. Finally, I can't hear walking. Sounds like I'm about to untie the ghost press. Shout out loud. Then he rushed downstairs, escaped the apartment, all the way to the convenience store. It feels like a lot of stories. They always end up in convenience stores. It seems that convenience stores are really good friends of ours. Call a colleague in a bright place. Although I look flustered, but at the same time, surprisingly calm. That's the woman who jumped that day. You really shouldn't have looked at stretchers back then. I accidentally made eye contact with him on the stretcher. Compressed sunken eyeball. Looks unusually large. There are so many police and healthcare workers. Wait for him. Why me? After the colleague finished speaking, he sighed greatly. After a period of time, my colleague quit and went back to his hometown. He said that his hometown is an ordinary bungalow, so feel at ease. And here's the incredible thing. Colleagues said they saw women on stretchers, but the stretcher is clearly covered with a white cloth. It's impossible to see the people inside. Since that day, I try not to use the stairs. Just the thought that I might run into that guy again. I'm too scared to use it. It was a long time ago. What happened to my brother? My younger brother and I are about the same age. In my hometown, 2 people used a room. 2 men in a cramped room. And because of the small age gap, we didn't get along so well. Quarrel from time to time. Even so, because it's a brother relationship, although they don't get along very well. When the other party is in crisis, will still help, is to maintain such a fetter. And just as my brother was about to enter adulthood, still enjoying my school days to the fullest, last living brother. It was also because of the party that day. I drank late at night and came home. I was sleeping. I heard something make a sound. I thought this guy just came back now. I didn't open my eyes while thinking, just keep closing your eyes and trying to sleep. Or was it noisy because of that voice? Open your eyes. Where the sound came from was immediately clear. It's the vibration of the phone. My phone doesn't seem to be responding, so it should be my brother's phone that is vibrating. But the point is that my brother is drinking because of the relationship, doing a big tax filing. I didn't mean to take it at all. Hello? Your phone is ringing. It's very noisy. Hurry up, okay? Just like that. I kicked my brother awake, then tell him to hurry up and answer his call, and the younger brother first. Figure for a while, and you start groping around. I just touched the phone in my hand and took a look at the screen. Hey, 136 these 3 nights. Then my brother said to me, "Brother, look at this." He handed out the phone. The caller number 136 is displayed on the mobile phone. I did see this number too. There is such a phone number. How would I know? Anyway, hurry up and pick it up. I said something to him because of the phone. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Then my brother put the phone to his ear, picked up the phone. Hey, oh no, even if you tell me that. Good. Hold, please. The younger brother is talking to the other party like this. Starts reaching for a pen and paper. It looks like it's trying to remember something. Okay, I see. Then hang up the phone. What's wrong? I asked. The younger brother replied. No, the other party said. What? Tell me there's a place with dead people? Want me to go there and take a look? I'm not a police officer, so I want to say that anyway. Write down that address first, because I have absolutely no idea what it means. My brother and I buried our heads and continued to sleep. I woke up the next day. The note my brother wrote down was like this. Put it on the table. And my brother is also wondering if this is really the case. Start looking up your phone's call history. It turned out that there was nothing on the phone. Call logs from 136 because of too many mysteries. I looked into it. The result found is 136 continuously chargeable fixed line telephone service, but it is impossible to directly receive a call from the number 136. You can only dial this number by phone at most. Then I checked the address I copied. According to the information on the internet, that address is relatively far from the street. The appearance of people who are not very crowded. I didn't find any special information on the others, only full of mysteries. It's not that far away. I'll go there with my friends to see him, brother, because he cares very much. So I decided to go directly to the scene to have a look, and I just answered him. Well, no particular expectations. What might happen next? It was near evening. I received a contact from my brother. Dude, probing is a bit bad. I'm at the police station. What? What's going on? Because my parents haven't gotten off work yet. I had to go to the police station instead. To the police station. My brother and 2 friends were there. I didn't know until I asked. When they got to the address area that was copied, I just found out that it looks like a ruin. Without thinking much, I went in and shook it. It turned out to be exactly what the person on the phone said. A human skeleton was found there, so call the police. And when the police arrived, because they had to take a statement, took them back to the station, finished the transcript. You need someone with guardian status to bring it back, otherwise can't leave. Therefore, that's how I was called to the police station. However, just thinking about how to answer the police's question, think, if you answer like this, in the middle of the night, a call came in from 136. Then look for the address mentioned on the phone. Find the body. This response will only make the police more suspicious and strange. So I had to tell my brother. When they were asked, just answer. just happened to be on a tour's adventure of spiritual attractions. As a result, this kind of thing happened by chance. The remains found show signs of hanging, dead body display. After death, there was also a period of relationship, so it's always ignored. Let's leave and go home. After that, dude is getting a little weird. At first, my brother would say, "It's on TV. Is there any strange image?" This kind of thing, but because there is such a thing over and over again. So my brother tries to watch TV, also record the show. If you find anything strange, just watch that part again like this. However, the content of the video, but couldn't recreate what he actually saw, according to my brother. What you see is a form like a woman's shadow. I also talked to my parents about this, but my parents didn't believe it at all. Just opinionated. There can be no such thing. I don't care at all. And during this time, the younger brother began to say that in daily life, there are also women's shadows. I'm pretty sure of it. This thing, it should fit the remains found in the ruins. So there was a mausoleum removal ceremony at a nearby shrine. I also bought amulets and jade hands. Let my brother take it all. Also discuss with friends. Try every means possible. But my brother not only didn't get better, it got worse. Refusing to go out for fear of women's shadows. I don't want to go anywhere with mirrors. Take a shower in the bathroom or sink and go out. Finally, my parents started to notice. This phenomenon is really unusual. So I found one, handle it through the temporary operator introduced by others. Except for the day. 3 ants who are said to be zero ability people came home. I'll get down to business very quickly and start dealing with it. After a long period of chanting and the rule of law, it looks like it's over. Just started explaining to us. So let's just say that the de-aging ceremony is over, but I'm sorry. The ceremony failed this time. I'm so sorry. Although we have tried our best, but this time, the spirit possessed. There seems to be a strong connection between demand and obsession. We can't understand what the other party wants. The short answer is, this conversation is not established, but the other party has a very strong request. Can be determined. If that request can be met, it should be able to make the other party a Buddha. It's no use hearing about the hoeing ceremony. I felt a big shock. Is there really no way to help my brother? Feeling incredibly sad. Even tears fell. And even then, we're not willing to give up. I went to the police station, asked the police about the body they found. At first the police confronted my inquiries. Still talking about that kind of thing. It's impossible to tell me. But under the constant attack of my soft and hard bubbles. Finally, he relented and gave me the information, but it's intelligence. In fact, what the police have is also very limited, basically the same as nothing. It's a very troublesome situation if the case can't be solved. Only the remains are known to be young women, been dead for years. As for the actual number of years, it is not clear. The cause of death is probably asphyxiation by hanging, and ruins. Those who are related are no longer in this world, so there's no way to investigate. I have to place the case like this, calling for help, case, the last remaining means available. I was the only one who went directly to the ruins where the remains were found. I went, although I don't know if it will work. When I think, maybe just go there and ask for a favor. Maybe something works, so I bought fresh incense and flowers on the way. When you arrive at the scene, light the incense and put the flowers down. Then start praying sincerely, please. hurry up and become a Buddha. While praying, out of nowhere, a woman's voice said, "Oh, thank you kindly. In my life so far, it has never been so terrifying as this moment. I will I don't know if it's a scream, escape from the ruins as quickly as possible." And he just ran home. And then the amazing thing was, after that, my brother gradually returned to normal. Not only will you no longer see the shadow of a woman, it gradually regained its original vitality. And then finally, here's my idea. Maybe the remains. I just hope someone can support me. Although I don't know what kind of situation it is. But after he successfully committed suicide by suicide, no one found out. It's been there forever. The soul cannot be liberated after death. And so the pain continued for years. Maybe I hope someone can help me. I don't know why. Point the finger at the old place. And as for why, brother, that's not human intelligence at all. Fields that can be understood. Afterwards, I also asked my brother about this. But this guy seems to have amnesia. I have no recollection of this at all. The only thing I remember is, I used to study Zen, and have been near the ruined hell. This is something I've actually experienced, even though it was 20 years ago. But I will never forget. The summer of 1989, I visited Linhai High School, training dormitories along the Central Coast. He spent 3 days and 2 nights there, because it's surrounded by wind chimes from pine trees, so it should be next to the sea. Objection to vehicular traffic on side national roads. I can't hear you. It's a night. Adults are also hesitant to go out alone. Horror rumors accompanied such a facility. Dead soldiers. It will pass through the discarded cable withdrawal channel, etc. Rumors from previous generations. It's true that the coast currents there are fast. Drowning streamer. It has also happened to be shot ashore. There's a creepy atmosphere going on. One of the nights I spent there, and one of my friends suggested this. I think there's definitely something going on here. Let's play Pen Spirit, right? Japanese Pen Spirit. Occasionally, if the former fairy flips straight, it is a fox, a dog, and a fox. The name seems cute, but it's actually scary. I remember it was popular in Taiwan for a while in the early days, but then it was easy to get into trouble because of the danger. Listed as one of the prohibited items on campus. And then the following is the Japanese Pen Spirit special paper tray. In the story, they just cut it into 8 pieces and sold it. But in such a terrifying place, do something like this. There's not a lot of people who want to do that. When summoning the pen spirit, you need a partner who holds the pen together. Friend said so, while saying, "By the way, ask how the deceased died, because my friend insists on playing. There is no way." I had no choice but to accompany. Write down all the pieces you need to communicate on paper. Jiaming, and so on. After placing in the middle, make a circle with 10 classmates. Pen spirit, pen spirit. The 2 began to call. Then the pencil started to move. Friends one after another. Keep asking questions. Gender is difficult. How did you die at age 56? Killed. The pencil is moving slowly. I thought to myself, it should be the relationship between the friend's hand and the movement. Will it move? But because it feels so scary, so I beg you all to stop playing. Stop it. But friends also say, I think the pen moves because I am moving. It was then that everyone present was surrounded by a feeling of terror. I started to feel uncomfortable. I want to stop the game. So I asked the pen spirit, "Can we stop now?" No way. No matter how many times I ask, the answer is no. Because the agent was successful. There's no way to stop it. Then the friend asked again, how do I stop it? Dying has become the most troublesome situation. How could he possibly die? Friends cautiously ask while asking, please, return to your heart. However, Bixen answered, cut the paper into 8 pieces and bury it under the pine tree. After the two expressed their gratitude to the pen fairy, the pen spirit has finally faded. After a while, the students present cut the paper into 8 pieces. He ran out while Ding Xiao's teacher wasn't paying attention. Then bury the paper from the dormitory. Look under the pine tree on the far right. After burying, everyone clasped their palms and bowed. After that, let's all swear together. Don't do it just for fun, because it's not a game at all. Everyone is worried. I don't know if anything will happen that night. The next day after the activities of Lin High School, summer vacation begins, and people forget about it. After that, and nobody brought it up again. 6 years after that, I work part-time, the swimming coach of Lin High School. I went back to that training dormitory again for a week. Maybe I realized it was because I came to work around the night. It's as dark as it swallows people. It's not particularly scary. Certainly, I completely forgot about the pen fairy. The final community arrives at the training dormitory. That night, university peers who come to work together, going out on patrol after lights out. A schoolgirl was crying on the bed by the window. Ask him what's going on, the schoolgirl said. Under the pine tree stood a man. So scary, peers look outside. There's nobody here, said with a smile. Memories of the past suddenly flashed through my mind. Ask later, where is that guy? I went to find it with the schoolgirl. However, the place where the female student pointed was the far right, the pine tree I bought paper from in high school. At that moment, I remember everything. And I'm sure enough, that person, it really exists.